This is the Philippines. Coined as one of Asia's fastest growing economy and the darling of Asia, the Philippines has shown its potential of becoming an economic powerhouse. An archipelago of about 7,000 islands, each teeming with diverse flora and fauna, it is no surprise that tourism plays a vital role in its economy. Tourism, along with other key industries such as agriculture, commerce, exporting, business processing, and OFW cash remittances, have been the catalysts fueling this economy. It has continuously stood against market expectations, and in the past 19 years, it has shown constant GDP growth. But the age-old problems still persist: corruption, illiteracy, terrorism, unequal distribution of wealth, and poverty. The bitter truth still lingers. Amidst all the progress this economy has achieved, it is not felt by the poorest of the poor. Economic progress had not trickled down to the marginalized, but instead it remained in the hands of the very few, those in the higher echelons. We will be witnessing the lives of families as they struggle to make ends meet.
May edad ka?
48.
48.
Josephine is the matriarch of the Keano family. She has been with her common-law husband for 19 years already. She earns money mainly from laundry and occasionally through sack making. Throughout her 19 years with him, she has been abused and violently mistreated by her husband once he is under the influence of alcohol. What keeps her from leaving is the thought that her children will be motherless and will be left in the hands of an alcoholic. During the interview, talking about her partner's abuse is not what drove her to tears. Instead, it was the frustration of not being able to provide for her children, especially for her son's surgery. Her son, JR, was a victim of a fraternity war. He was shot on his torso 6 times, leaving him partially crippled. One of the 4 bullets remaining in his body is lodged in his spine, causing his disability. Junalyn Aranas and her husband make around 5,000 pesos a month from sack making, laundry, and construction work. For this month, their earnings will be spent on the rent, food, electricity, and other expenses amounting to around 6,000 pesos.
Napakaon ka ng sakputan nila ba? Sa kakahatag wa. Pag sinina.
Unsa imong mga pangandoy tita sa imong mga anak?
Kahumanta sila buwan. Sa high school lang, kadi man ta ka college.
Man tita.
Every month is an uncertainty, as they are buried under more debt and their sources of income remain unstable and unsure. This is where the Aranas family lives, together with 3 other families. A small, cramped, and dark shack is what their 500 pesos could afford. This small room is where Junalyn, her husband, and her 5 children sleep. Despite their destitute circumstance, Junalyn tries to send 2 of her children to school in hopes that education will set them free from the shackles of poverty. Leonida Abellanosa, 37 years of age, earns a living through weaving sacks which she sells for 1 peso each. She weaves sacks from morning until around 6 in the evening. In a day, she earns around 100 to 150 pesos, enough to provide food to a family of 8.
Kanira gyud kada adlaw manahi og sako, human buhat sa balay manahi og sako.
Buntag uto hapon.
Buntag uto.
Unsa man mo oras mo human sa tanit eh?
Gabi na mga alas 5 sa alas 6 ana.
Size. Ya, mura ni inyo ang kuan kanang panganabuhi. Asay
Oo, sidlain nasa usay akong bana pakya pero di gyud perminti. Ang amo kani siya perminti ni nga amo sa akong bana may mas klaro iya ha kan nagmaamal ang pagwa.
ate mo tanong ko kanang unsa man imo mga pangandoy sa imong mga anak?
Ang makahumat na sila eskwela kung kana nate ikagasto niya wala may kutob na silang mahuman kung gusto sila maning makahuman sila maningkamot sila kinaan na pero suportahan ko na ako kung sa ako kaya suportahan.
In order to better understand their circumstances, we tried for a day to be in their shoes. There we met Marisa Cabaluna and Dorina Campos. Marisa and Dorina taught us how to weave and mend the sacks using an improvised needle made out of the ribs of broken umbrellas. They start their weaving at around 8 in the morning. Each sack is bought by their buyer for ₱1 each.
Sa kanang unsa ka orasan mo mataan ni mahuman ani imong trabaho?
Magsugod sa trabaho.
Ug mahuman.
Magsugod ko trabaho alas 8.
Human
alas 5.
Para unsa ni mo ning sakop eh? Kani trabaho.
Para sudlan sa mga pollard ana mga sudlan o mga mais.
Asa man na sila padung ti kaning mga sako?
Nato sa kanang Mindanao, Cagayan, Surigao.
Namoy ko ana ni supplier ay ning
naa kada human ani. Amo na i-deliver ngadto.
Kasi malayo ang sako nga.
Ti nani panahon ti na magkuha. Bati ang panahon ba? Unsa may buhaton
Mo
mo
na ani jud mi nagpagpayag ni ani kay kuan.
Ayoti ito gyud katapos.
Ang pagpayag jud mi kay ug di mi magpagpayag, di man sini kapagi.
Hindi na siya magbasa direte.
Mo sa lisi ni siya mo na tabila na namo ko dong ginanya sa prosa. Tabila na para ang uwan dili na.
Wala kay mo liyo, wala tapat sa day.
Wala mo tapat dire. Sa panahong may problema imong mga anak te, mo pamilya te.
Saan yun maa? Papa.
Dara day.
Ay mahilang. Mapalalitan na ana ron masakit sila. Tabang amo.
Mo ta mo sa niya.
Muami. Buwan mo sa ita da amo di padaan ni kwarta dili naman nila pabayaran. Kuanan na kanang magtabang ra niya. Kasi kato ni agi semana to mata na ko diri ni burot. Dugay kay mga 2 ka semana ra to, 2 ka semana nga wa jud. Inom magtambal. Kitaan sa mong amo gitagaan sa kwarta para pa-check up.
Marisa recounts instances where she feels helpless when being faced by financial problems. So vulnerable that she would resort to crying to ease her qualms, because even if they try their best, they can't spare even a single penny. In dire situations, she would often find herself searching for plastics and other recyclables that could be sold.
Gagmay pa bata pa ni sila ilang mama inaani na gid ang ilang ginegosyo silang mama ilang trabaho silang mama hantod
Daga pa lang jud sila te.
hantod dadagko sila sako ra hantod karon nga nangaminyo sa sila sako lang yapon ang gisunod jud silang anak sako ra sa ang gisunod silang anak
She explains the vicious cycle of poverty that has plagued generation after generation because of the lack of specialized skills and education brought about by poverty.
Ngalitan kay tagaan ka og kanang opportunity na makatiwas unsa man imong ganahanon ka
Sa akong mga anak,
Ikaw.
Sa ako, murag wala na yung siguro plano nga ako na lang nani lang ta makanegosyo mig amo ano na lang ta nga kana makaugalingon mig amo ang ingon ani jud di na lang mi mga mo na ra ang mga pangarap.
si mo mga anak eh
Ang partig eskwela na mo, di naman kay magsayang naman, like taas naman jud kay ko anon 40 na ba kapin, 46 na. Sa mga anak na lang unta.
unsa imong mga damgay sa mga anak eh
Kung na-jud ni ka-afford, ang ako yung mga padayon pag-eskwela, tato.
This shanty is what Marissa and her family consider their home. In this small space is where Marissa, her husband, and her 3 children sleep. Her daughter, Doraday, aged 9, dreams of having a stable job to help her family.
ikaw unsa man imong mga pangandoy sa kinabuhi
Makatrabaho na ko para makatabang sa akong anak.
A child her age would typically have grand dreams, but it seems like poverty stole her childhood.
unsa man imong ganahan trabaho
Sara, nasakto ra para na magkakupapa.
Dorina, like Marissa, is finding other ways to sustain her family. She would at times do the laundry of her neighbors.
Kang nasad kay pila ka buk imong anak
Pat.
nya nag-eskwela na sila ron sila upat.
Kuan ra ang nag-eskwela, duha ra nya kay ang duha na minyo naman.
Minyo na nya kanang duha tay tabang-tabang sad na sila nimog panahi sako.
Ano sila na? Marjorie.
Mm,
Ang usa na nato siguro sa suod balay.
ang kinamanghuran di kay pilay edad
12.
grade 6 na
Oh.
nya. Ang naswayan nga dako jud kay imong nakita sa usa ka adlaw tay. Pila man
Kuan
naswayan.
magsugod mig buntag hantod gabi dako mig makubra maabot og 4 pero panagsara ka tanan kay
Oh.
kape man kay sige over na hago ka tanan ba maglipong-lipong sa usahay gani sige over.
Sakit sa mata. Nya ngi kayo.
Di hayag man gani magabi na may poste na.
Pananglitan di kung kanang adlaw nga wala mo'y halin sa pagtahig sako unsa man yung buhaton ana para naamoy maikapalit ba
Depende kung manglaba
mulabada sa diya gani
manglaba.
nya sa kanang pampanlaban niyo pila man sa makuan ni man makita nimo
Gamay ra sad kay tagagmay man among malabahan. Kuan 150 nalagmay ra man. Silingan ra gud, silingan na ra man. Kung wala jud, wala sad.
Marjorie, Dorina's second child, at age 17 is already a mother.
Kuan sa kong Paris, hari niya mao na mo kwarto. Nasa ko pagpipikas akong buwang. Ipon rami nga rin mga pamilya.
imong mama tay asa man mag
Kasi abi siya matulog ay kwarto. Gamay ra sad. Sala ko papa. Gamay ra po kwarto. Dili si kami sa kong Paris. Haman may tulumi tanan nga rin. Ipon, ako mama dila, kami dila, sa maguwang po rin.
Unsay mga pangandoy nimo sa kinabuhi at ate?
Pangandoy. Karon,
Ikaw.
sa ako,
Unsay mga pangandoy?
trabaho lang, ka ng kuan. May lang, may tabo. Kuan sa kong anak, ang dami tunon. Maara na.
Lafina Lorderaj once said, "A mother sacrifices her dreams to make her children's dreams come true." These four mothers are the epitome of motherhood, willing to sacrifice and go through fire and water for the sake of their children.
Yes, pre. Puy-puy ka mag. Di mo da. Bukat jud. Di lalim.